Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dice, Drinks, and Drama. I am the Dungeon Master this evening. My name is John Heath. Let's meet the rest of this fabulous cast.
Hi, I'm Zëk Stewart. I am playing the role of a new character, Euclid Clarkson, a what am I again? Sorry, great old one, Warlock, ASMR. They are, you'll meet them in the game.
Alright, I'm Carter Scott Horton. I play Finnegan Berry Bramble, the Stout Halfling, Draconic Origin Sorcerer.
I'm Victoria Priano. I play Guinevere Groveheart, and it is my birthday today. And also a circle of dreams throughout.
Hello guys, my name is Devren. I play Walker and Summer, a tabaxi rogue swashbuckler, and you can really describe Walker as a cross between Ruby Road from The Fifth Element and Prince Akeem from Coming to America. Put those two together. There you go.
All right, today is the beginning of Season 3. So can I get a huge amount of all caps uwoos in the chat as a woo for the beginning of Season 3?
There you
right?
Yes, spamming woos in the chat.
I know, but it's 11. So let's jump right into it. We got some new people to meet and some revelations to have. Yeah, Shinigami King. There we go. We pick up in Umberlee's Berth, the pirate haven, where the crew is on some much-needed shore leave, relaxing and recuperating from the nonsense that went down in Polynisos. They lost one of their best friends. He became a god, so he's not dead, but he's not present. They also lost another very good friend, Sam. Our beloved Sara Detrik has retired and is staying in Polynisos, maybe to reappear at some other point. Let's find out what everybody's doing. Who knows how you'd be spending your time relaxing in this crazy pirate town?
Well, I'm definitely not staying at an inn because I have a ship, so you will find me there. I'm on this ship, and I'm honestly just relaxing on the, what is it called? The deck, soaking in all that sun, that stale pirate air that smells of gross. And I'm hoping that Finn, who I sent out to go find somebody to replace one of the people that we,
one of the ogres, sir?
What?
One of the ogres?
I need you to go out and find me anyone capable. No, you know what? Not more capable. More capable than, they have to be more capable than, what is one of the names? Than Rupert. They have to be more capable than Rupert, and you bring them here, and they will sign on this ship, and then we will go.
Rupert, he was the peg-legged one that liked to do hopscotch?
Mm-hmm. Yes, he was.
Alright, okay. That's a really low bar. I can do that.
Okay. Yeah, that Rupert.
Which works
Stop.
very well for Finn.
Yeah.
Because if they're on vacation, he's drinking. I forget the name of the bar where I had the fisticuffs.
The Distended Gut.
Yeah. Whatever their grog is, I don't need to know what it is, but Finn always goes in. He orders 2 grogs, one for there, actually 3, one for there, one for the road, and then one to sip on in a hammock, which is kind of how he remembers Skym. So he's out of grog and needs to go get some. So I guess I'll just head on into town to the Distended Gut.
Gut. Cool. Great. We'll talk about what's at the distended gut in a second. What is Gwyn up to?
So Guinevere's taken the new task of going around the entire ship and creating a dream journal for all of the orcs to try to figure out how they perceive the world around her and them after trying to murder at least a couple of them. They view that as the most compassionate and academic pursuit currently.
Great. You had a romantic entanglement with the woman who's now running the town. Or Eliza is her name. Are you spending any time with her? Or are you avoiding her?
I'm not avoiding her, but I am nervous about going to go see her.
Great. So it's been let's say it's been several days, and you just haven't yet approached her yet, and you're a little nervous about it. Yeah, is that accurate?
Yes.
Great. All right. So, Finn, you go to the distended gut for 2 reasons. Reason 1, to follow your captain's commands, maybe. Reason 2, to get grog. The more important reason, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course.
But you need to find a person, right?
Yeah.
And that's when you see maybe the perfect person. You've always had really good luck in this tavern, and that's when you see maybe the perfect person. What does this person look like, Zeke?
First, I want to say thanks, Nudge, for the subscription. Thank you. Yeah, but so across the room, you kind of see someone sitting by themselves, batting around a drink. They're not actually drinking it. Sitting at a table. They're wearing a hood to sort of cover certain features. You can't quite see much of their face, but their hair is poking out, and it's different colors. It's a bunch of different colors sticking out of it. And on their table, every so often, the flower that's sitting there sort of wilts or like grows back up or changes colors, or like occasionally a bubble sort of races from it as if it was a bubble pipe. Yeah.
Okay. I think Finn still gets the grog first. Definitely. But slams it down. I feel like this is a bit of a ritual. I know the bartender's name. Horace is a very good friend of mine.
Sure.
It's a silent interaction. He's already got them up. I slam down my corns and I go, "Oh, thank you, Horace." Knock one back. All right. Yeah, thank you. And then sort of just waddle on over, flagon in each hand, to this mysterious new person, and then pop a squat. Ah.
Hello.
How's it going?
Great. Are you who I'm waiting for?
Yeah, it's me. You're looking for a job?
Yes.
Oh, great! I have a job for you.
What's your name?
Oh, I'm Finnegan Berry Bramble. I'm the
I knew it.
mate of the garbage pail.
I knew it. I knew I'd find you here.
Yeah, of course you did, man. I'd find you. Who are you?
My name is Euclid. I was sent here by Skym. He is my patron.
What the fuck did you just say?
I knew it! Fine dude, he claps his hands on your shoulder, and his hood falls off, and you see it's like this slightly darker skinned person, but with a bunch of tattoos coming up the side of his face that are look eldritch and sort of terrifying, but they occasionally change colors, slightly with the light, and they may even be moving. Yeah. Oh, Skym sent me.
Explain that to me. Let's walk and talk. Everyone else is gonna want to meet you.
Absolutely. Let's go. Let's go back to wherever we're going.
Yeah, it's a ship. It's called the Garbage Pail. I'm the first mate.
Oh, I'm so excited.
As you say that, you hear from the side, "I'm the first mate."
Oh.
And you turn and you see a Kenku. This Kenku has dyed his feathers to look like a macaw. he is still a this Kenku is still a crow, right? As Kenku are crow people, but they have adjusted all of their look to look very much like a pirate's parrot. Yeah.
All right.
Looking for a job.
You should take him along.
Should
I think we should take him.
I was told to get one.
You could have just followed one path. You have to deviate to find truth. Take him with you.
Point of order. Not a him. Gender's a construct.
Oh.
All right. That's a very specific conversation you were just listening to, little comrade. Can you swap the deck?
Swap the deck.
That's a thing you would like to do.
Would like to do.
Okay, great, cool. Come on. Well, I guess we'll just find your name naturally. I'll call you, Macaw.
They hold up their fingers, and they pull out a little gun, and they fire it into the air, and they point at it. Make an insight check.
Oof. First roll of the night, first roll of the season, and it's a 6.
Oof.
Euclid, why don't you give me the same insight check to try to figure out this bird's name?
Inside is love. 13.
13?
Mm-hmm.
They look at you, really hoping that you figure it out, and he goes, and bends down, and they write on the table in spilled beer, cracking shot.
Oh.
That's such a... Why did your mother name you that?
Mother name.
So you
that's a no.
picked whatever. I just want to call you a cracker. All right, come with.
He says.
You know,
They're twice your height, incidentally. And
all right, wait, hold on. That's a very large Kenku.
No, Kenkus are big. Kenkus are human-sized.
I'm 3'11". If he's double me,
Okay.
I'm 4'11".
He is metaphorically, figuratively
Big
double your.
All right. We head back to the garbage pail with cracking shots.
All right, they are looking around. They are clearly they're clapping hands with people. They're clearly a bird about town. Yes.
I am definitely hidden right now, and I would love to pounce on the bird that just walked on my ship.
Great. Roll a stealth check for me.
That is a first roll of the new season, and it's a math 20. You know.
I rolled a 19, which into a for perception a math 23. As you leap down, you find yourself nose to barrel with a pistol. They make a sound which is very much the leaping noise that you just made exactly.
Who's this bird?
Oh, this is Cracking Shot.
Cracking Shot.
Yeah, that's his name. I got him to swab the deck. Honestly, this is Euclid, and Euclid has
Hello.
something to
Wait.
Hey. Whoa.
Whoever this bird is,
It's
Fine.
alive.
Fine.
And it has a sense of self. It thinks.
It's a bird.
Although, admittedly, it is on, it's probably below the goblin line for me. I won't think twice about it.
It's.
You are a bird? Well, I hope you're delicious. Probably.
Delicious.
Gwyn comes out during this conversation and just kind of turns to Walker and it's like, no, we're not eating any birds here.
Okay.
Baby birds. And cracking shot, they come up and they give you a big hug.
Gwyn hugs back.
It's downy. It's softer than you expected. Cracking shot sees that you have stuff to talk about. They are going to climb up the crow's nest and perch like a parrot.
Well, okay. Well, that was a lot for me. Who is this next one?
Yeah, if that was a lot for Euclid.
Hello, I'm Euclid. I was sent here by your old friend, by Skym. He is my patron. I'm. It's very hard to go from Russian to Scottish. I just want everyone to know that it's very difficult to do this consistently now. Well, since your time go. Alright, okay, cool. He's my patron. So a year ago, I worshipped the worm that was behind the moon. But he's disappeared, he went away. I escaped that contract, as you can see. He left a couple marks upon me, and I sometimes can still hear him whispering in the back of my head. But now I also hear Skym. Skym told me to find you. But I could be there for you. Right?
Does Skym know that I already filled his position of first mate?
He did not even know that you were here. I found you here. I didn't even know I went here. It was the last place I expected to go, but it was right. I don't drink. I went to a bar and I went into him. I just followed the trail of nothing. Do you know what happened to your friend?
Yeah, he got turned into a god.
The god of what though?
The sun.
And delirium. Of changing the path. We're all day drinkers now, except I don't really drink. You don't have to be a day drinker to actually worship. It's just, you could like stay up all night or spin around really fast or do whatever you need to to reach it.
And again, this is the last time I send you out to find me people.
In my defense, I have been day drinking, so that might be bad.
Okay.
You know, there's something to that. Skym really liked to drink, and I've been thinking about Skym a lot. I've been missing him.
I've been missing him too.
Well,
so, I mean,
I
didn't know what to make of it.
Something you would notice about this person immediately, that you've been very kind not to bring up so far, is he has a very definitive dwarven accent. This tall person, who is of some sort of supernatural heritage, though it's probably impolite to ask exactly what, speaks like a dwarf.
Yeah.
So
that might be worth noting at the very least, even if you're not going to mention it.
We all have parents.
What?
We all have parents.
You've been missing Skym, eh? Well, he's right here. He's inside my head. He leans on the button a little too often, actually. He's.
I'm going to go over to you, and I'm going to knock on your head, and I'm going to say, Skym, do you know where you left that 20 doubloons? I need it. Do you remember, Skym?
Yeah. Yes. Check underneath your pillow.
Guys, wait. And I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna check to see if it's under the pillow. Is it under the pillow?
Is indeed under the pillow.
It is Skym! Alright. I'm gonna go back up, and I'm gonna say, okay. Welcome aboard! The garbage pail.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I won't let you down. I promise. I will be whatever you need me to be. What would you like me to do?
Well, first mate is taken. So I guess they're going to stay in the crow's nest all day. You know what? Further away they are from me, the better, I think. Yeah. You can, what are you good at?
I
Quickly.
don't know.
Oh, I love it. A clean slate. For now, you shadow Rupert. Rupert, don't mess this up.
Dar. He walks over on his peg leg and says, "You're my second in command now, Yar. You're going to hoist the mainsail."
Hi, I'll try. And I walk over there. And I feel like without. Okay, so where's the mainsail? I am going to. Look at my spells.
Wait, is this a warlock burning one of two?
Oh, I have 6 cantrips. I'm Tome of the Pact, so I don't worry about it. Great. As I'm raising it, it's going to like make the noise of a like accordion. It like literally plays like a sea chanty as I'm raising it, and it's coming from the hinge of the sail.
Oh, I like this a lot, Rupert. You're doing excellent work teaching him already, and I'm gonna dance around because this is a great song.
Shot there in the crow's nest, bopping along.
Hmm.
You know, like that way that parakeets do.
I guess I try to tie it off. Would you like me to roll a sleight of hand to see?
Make a sleight of hand check.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually great. That's 21 total.
Great. You have you ever? Do you have a nautical background? Have you ever tied one of these knots before?
No.
Well, somehow it's spectacular and perfect, even though you've never tried before.
Exactly.
Rupert says, yes, that's exactly how to do, Yar. I told him, and it worked out.
Yeah, Finnegan's gonna go over and go, Rupert, you're standing on some thin ice now, buddy. Euclid, you ever sailed before?
No, I've never been on a ship before. Well, I was to get here from where I was, but not.
Yeah.
Not really.
Skym? Yeah, maybe Skym taught you how to do that. Maybe. Something. Either way, very impressive. Good job.
All right. Do you wish to spend any more time in R&R? Is there anything you'd like to do in Umberlee's birth before leaving?
I'm going to write a letter and leave the letter, but drop it off at the bar, but not actually interact with her. Just leave a very nice letter and return to the ship and my new hopeful friend, and wild shape into a giant owl so I can hang out with him.
If you hoot, he's going to hoot back at you perfectly. Right. And there's going to be a whole hoot and nanny. Oh, I'm mad at myself. But I was going to say hoot fest, but the word hoot nanny came to me. Great. So it's time then to set off. But for where? The ogres all know what to do. Cracking Shot helps them out. He's actually an exceptional deckhand. They're actually an exceptional deckhand. Swabbing, hoisting, boat stuff. And you're heading to the south to follow the mysterious letter that that Walker received at the end of the last episode. You should talk about where you're going and why.
Well, first of all, let's hurry and set sail for the south before I run into somebody that I don't want to run into. Death itself, yes. Have you guys ever heard of the Reaper? A famous pirate lord who you probably haven't heard of because every time he meets somebody, he kills them. That's why they call him the Reaper.
He kills everyone. How do you...
Because he was my teacher. He kidnapped me once. and taught me a couple of things, which is why I know how to sail as well as I do, Rupert.
Dar?
Come on, let's go. I see you dawdling. Um, yes, but now we need to sail to, how do you say it? Tekatowatun.
Okay.
Tekatowatun, yes. Because I have a little bit of unfinished business there, and now I don't want to drag you guys along. I mean, you are my crew. You guys do get paid very well. I'm assuming somebody pays you.
Wait, you guys get.
I haven't gotten paid.
It's coming. But here is the truth. I needed to get stronger in order to help a very special friend of mine overthrow a government. A bad government. An empire, actually. The green kind. The green dragon kind. Yes, you see now. You see now.
So I want to clarify a few terms that have come up so far that you guys would know, and to clarify for our audience, Tekatewatl was the capital city of the Green Dragon Empire at the far southern region of the Dragon Continent. Recently, all the news has been about the fact that a group of heroes killed all 4 of the ruling Green Dragons and liberated the main city. The various Green Dragon houses have dispersed throughout the jungle and are holding down fortresses. But there was recently a major revolution in the aftermath of the formal breakup of the Greater Dragon Empire with the death of Emperor Fearkrog last year. This is all very recent and big news, and you would all know this, right? Without explanation. Go on.
So, with the Emperor dead, it seems to be my cue to come back. And I would like all of you to come with me. It'll be fun. Yes, you.
Are you part dragon too?
I'm going to say this in Draconic so that no one else can hear it. And what I'm going to say, I speak Draconic, is, of course not, you fool.
All right. Cool.
But yes, I would like to take you all there. Any objections?
No.
Gwyn does a kind of frightful who.
I hear no objections. Great. All right, Rupert, come on.
Rupert, who is for some reason doing all of the jobs, even though there's 9 other ogres, stumbles over on his peg leg, running all over the ship, trying to do everything. He gets up to the helm, panting, and goes, "Ready to go, sir. Yar."
All right, crew, are we ready?
Yar, yar! Captain wins! Booty!
All right, I'm going to stand at the helm and look very captainly and say, onward. And I'm going to point with my, what is that thing called I have? A scimitar.
Yes. Are you in the correct direction?
Maybe not. Wait, let's see. Yes, I am.
Great. All right. The journey is you were the Corsair Islands that you're at right now. We're just outside the Blue Dragon Empire, which was just to the north of the Green Dragon Empire. So the continent to the west shifts from deserts and brush to verdant forests. Right at the edge of the forest, you see in the distance the giant golden tree of Huo-e-Nor, which is Sylvan Elf for Voice of the People. It is a city that was recently founded after the fall of Fearkrog that is a haven for all people. The liberated Warforged, the dwarves of the Red Dragon Empire, The cats of Kiefer, before they went back to their own homeland, and when the Blue Dragon Empire was destroyed. It is literally a city that does not have a predominant race. It is a city for the dispossessed, a city of refugees, all of which have a voice. It is the only true democracy on the planet. Though there are representational republics and such elsewhere, but it is the only true democracy. Ryan. So all the events of my world are actually player generated. This is a shared world. So Ryan in the chat is noting that he was there when the city was actually planted. Yes, the Warforged in this world were once slaves of the dwarves, machines with souls implanted in them that now have been given freedom. Once they were reactive. I'm answering questions in the chat. Eventually, the landscape to the west becomes jungle, right? And this is when you're really getting into the heart of the Green Dragon Empire. And you see cresting from the trees every once in a while, ancient temples, tombs, strange mountains, largely uncharted, very dangerous. There are only a few roads that led up through, and they were heavily patrolled by both the Blue and the Green Dragons, and now are in some disrepair. Only recently have the newly liberated humans of Tectatuatl begun threshing through the forest to try to recreate the paths, but it's still very dangerous. In particular, the Yuan-Ti, now that there are no green dragons to hold them in check, the snake people of the Green Dragon Empire have become incredibly dangerous bandits. Yes. So, then in the distance, you see Tectatuatl. Well, let's see. This journey would take about a week. Is anything happening between you all? Is there any conversations? Are you learning more about Euclid? Grilling Walker more on his past? Exploring any other new abilities? What are you doing during this week?
I'll definitely be watching Euclid and have kind of resumed this form for a while, just to kind of observe him from a slightly more cloaked perspective, to see what they do to tribute to Skym, to understand their devotion.
Why don't you make an insight or perception check? Mm-hmm. And based on that, I will let Euclid decide how much and what you see.
Okay, and just to let you know, I'm rolling with advantage because of my form.
Great.
Cool, I got 23.
Whoop, sorry, there was music outside, and I muted myself, but now the music's gone, and I forgot to turn it back on. Welcome back. What you're going to see is that sometimes he spins around for hours to, like, well, not hours, as much as he can until you like, literally almost can't stand up anymore, or he'll stay up for, like, an entire night to find that place of delirium where he can't understand the world. He actually doesn't drink or do drugs whatsoever. But what he does to honor Skym and his pact is to find chaos within things. Sometimes he'll just cast random spells to honor things. Like around him in general, things sort of change color and shape occasionally, or appear to. Dancing lights appear in the distance and stuff like that. It probably draws attention to you guys more than you would want to. But it happens. Yeah. And also, occasionally, since you got a 21, you'll see that my eyes glow with this sort of bright, supernatural light. Yeah.
Would they be able to figure out your ancestry? Or at least part of it?
But, you mean... I mean, everyone who's watching knows what I am. But yes.
But the party doesn't.
Yeah, I think there'd be a chance that that they would figure out, have an idea of it, based on just the white light streaming from my eyes occasionally when I'm blinking at night. Suddenly, there's like a flashlight from my face. If you're watching me, yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Great. Cracking Shot and Gwyn. Gwyn, do you drink?
Not necessarily, like, not drink to imbibe, but drink to experiment. So if it's something that's not alcohol, yes. If it is alcohol, not necessarily.
So Cracking Shot is a brewer. So he's brewing. They're brewing for the ship, and it's wonderful. They would try to make stuff specifically for you that is not necessarily alcoholic, as a token of friendship. They can't communicate verbally very well, and they try to communicate with other means. So to show how much they're appreciating your company, they're gonna brew you sweet rainwater, distilled rainwater that they have used their brewing techniques to make sweet. Let's say that it's in some way personal. What way would Cracking Shot, if they were perceptive, have figured out to make this personal for you?
They'd probably try to make something that would make me a little bit more outgoing.
Well, I mean, like flavor-wise, or tint, or like, would an elven
I would
make you?
say a viscous kind of orangey. It almost bubbles in the bubbles stick for a second, and they change colors in the light a bit. So there's almost like prismatic bubbles in a orange liquid.
Cool. I like the idea that you might point out a orange tree that you're passing, but you can't stop the boat to go pick up oranges. You mentioned that you like citrus. They are going to. They have little glider wings that pop out of their back. There's a little mechanical aspect to Cracking Shot, and Cracking Shot will glide off of the ship to the land, harvest a bushel of these oranges, climb a tree, and then glide back over to the ship, land, and use those to brew you a special, as Ethereal McClunky has pointed out, a sort of magical tang.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I wasn't not describing things. I was actually thinking Sunkissed for some reason. Same difference.
The point is, they're trying to show their appreciation of your company in a way that doesn't rely on the words you say.
I definitely wild shape to be nonverbal to comfort them a bit more. So definitely.
You guys are fast friends. Walker, you're doing?
I am becoming more and more agitated the closer we get to our destination. So you guys have probably tried to talk to me, and I've probably just looked at you, hissed a little, and kept to myself. I'm not really looking forward to seeing my old mentor again. And I also hope that my old mentor is still alive when I get there, because the storm chaser leads a very dangerous job, and so my whole entire mind is just anxiety right now.
Great. Finn.
Yeah, well, since summer is hissing at me, and I mean, if I hang out with Euclid, I might get shot with a firebolt on occasion. I think I think Finn really wants a drinking buddy, and so he's like trying with Euclid, but Euclid is like hardcore straight edge, right? Yeah, yeah. So like Finn's not gonna push that. He's not an asshole. He's like, okay, cool, I respect that, but I kind of do want a drink, and Gwen's chilling with the Kenku, so I guess he's just drinking the whole time.
Well, Cracking Shot is a brewer, and they love to have their wild concoctions tasted.
Oh
You-
yeah,
With
gladly.
Cracking Shot drinks, they're not a great drinking conversationalist, but they're a very good listener.
Yeah, it's the conversation though, and nothing against Cracking Shot. I just think there's two big old holes in Finn's heart still. So, you know.
Fair.
Yeah.
In that case, after they clearly have been talking to Gwyn for a little bit, and they hand you a bottle at one point, and they say, "Dream, liquor."
Dream, like I'm going to dream, or it's the liquor of my dreams.
Going to dream.
All right, it wasn't a sex joke. Anyways, dream, liquor. Sorry.
Not a sex joke.
All right, well, bottoms up. Cheers.
Thumbs up. Great. Make a Constitution save for me.
Is it against poison?
It is.
All right, wait. Oh yeah, I'm stout, so I'm good on that. My racial. Nope, yes, stout resilience. There it is. Thank God. Guys, I've only rolled 6s. That's the number of the beast. 3 rolls, 3 6s. Gonna be a great season for Finn.
Great.
Great. Yeah.
You are quickly going unconscious.
Oh, Lord. All right. Does it help if it's
Double
a
back to your
6+?
cabin, or do you fall asleep on the deck?
How woozy am I getting? Like, how quick is this? Would I have to like?
You've got minutes.
Oh, if I've got minutes, then I'm finding a hammock or my bunk or whatever my sleeping arrangement.
You have clearly been drugged. Do you have any sharp words for Cracking Shot?
It's not a dream and it is a nightmare, I'm gonna kill you. All right.
Nightmare.
Whoa! Said I'm still you.
Great. And Finn, you have the most incredible dream of your life.
Oh.
You first dream of the rolling hills back home. Then you dream of the short time you had with Sebastian and your fun with Finn. You dream of your himbo moments with Sam. All the people that you've lost recently, you are with, and this dream feels very long. You're only out for about 30 minutes. But you have this deeply vivid dream where you relive the happiest moments of your life, and it ends with you soaring over the sky and then going and sleeping in a vast pile of gold.
I like that.
So about half an hour later, you have like maybe 5 hours of experiences, but you wake up and discover it's only been about half an hour.
Yeah. Did I sleep through the day? Is it the next day? Captain?
I just saw you, like, 3 seconds ago. Like, you're fine.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Where's Kraken Shot?
Where's the bird? I don't know. Fine, then yourself. Fine, then yourself.
All right.
They float down.
Okay, and before I address Cracking Shot, I am gonna turn to the captain and be like, Summer, I see that you are stressed. You don't have to take it out on me. All right, whatever. Enjoy brooding. And I go over to the parrot. What did you give me?
Dream! Liquor!
Can you make more of that?
More of that.
I would love some of that. Just whenever you can. Thank you.
Whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like, does it take a long time?
Long time. They're trying to communicate something to you, but the words you're giving them aren't
Not
enough.
if, and, or, but, the, he, she, her. I just start listing all the words Finn knows, which...
So, long time, before, drink.
Oh, I need to wait a long time before I drink, do I? Alright, well, you can trust me to wait. Just brew it as fast as you can.
Brew. And, great. You'll be arriving in the city of Tecatwaddle. So Tecatwaddle is a huge city it's a walled city built as a square around 4 ziggurats. Each ziggurat was the home of one of the 4 ruling green dragon families before they were all deposed and thrown out of the city into the equivalent of their summer homes, their jungle homes, right? And, I wanted to mention, Gwen, what is your relationship with dreams? If a particularly intense dream, your Circle of the Dreams druid, a particularly intense dream happened in your vicinity, do you sense it? Do you experience it? What is your relationship with dreams?
Oh, I fully and viscerally experience it, even if I'm awake.
Great. So you would note this potent dream brew that is does that make sense? You would note this. You would feel the intensity and the experience of Finn, right?
Yes.
Cool. So 4 ziggurats, the 4 families of the Green Dragons, and this will be a little important. You're going to be coming into Port Kasaba, which is named after the house and the Empress. So, dragon naming conventions in this world, the great leader of a house is just called that name. So even now, the leader of Kasaba would be Duke or Duchess Kasaba. If you're a lesser dragon, you're something clan Kasaba. So, for example, it might be Hisafor clan Kasaba, might be her great-grandson. Does that make sense? So that's, so you're coming into this great walled city built around 4 ziggurats. The ziggurats are all very different. There's Kasabas, which is grand and huge. There's Marhargoras, which glitters with black obsidian and strange green crystals. There's Rugthraknar, which is all spikes and steel. And then there's Noxeros, which is brooding authority and has brooding with a plain authority, as though it's shifty and mysterious. However, the people of this city are the liberated slaves, the human slaves that once served the Green Dragons. And then that's probably 95% of the populace, with 5% now new immigrants, merchants, as the city is opening up, right? There are a number of Green Dragonborn as well, those who sided with the humans instead of following their families, right? They're not very populous, but they're very notable because they're about a foot taller than the humans, and people treat them with either fear or loathing. Does that make sense? You are greeted by a human who says, welcome to Tecatwaddle and Thaylian. How? What is your purpose here, business or pleasure? And are you prepared to pay the docking fee?
The docking fee? How much is the docking fee?
And he says a sum that is high without being exorbitant.
Would the student of Stormpaw or Storm Chaser have to pay such a steep price?
The human looks at you and says, Storm Chaser, I'm not familiar.
Thought that wouldn't work. Well, fine. Here, someone pay him. Someone pay him.
Rupert says, 1, 2, 3, and counts all the way up. Let's say it's 150 gold pieces. And you have a permanent docking in the city, though, and he counts it one at a time. The human doesn't seem to mind, and he says, thank you for contributing to the freedom of this city. Takes your docking fee, and you're welcome. You're in what was once the foreign quarter. The thing you'll notice is a lot of the humans wear broken collars. In this city, the way you denoted if you were a slave of the Green Dragons or if you were a foreigner was all the slaves had to wear these chokers that went around their necks that were perfectly fitted. A lot of the people, rather than completely throwing away their chokers, have broken them and are wearing them as a statement of freedom. Many others aren't. It's not a requirement, but it's the piece of fashion that you notice. Does that make sense? The other thing is that everybody is dressed in different styles, in part because they were always required to wear the same drab forest green, basically like smocks. But now, haberdashery is a major thing here, as everybody wants to finally express themselves, and it's considered a civic duty of the city to provide that as part of the new leadership. Right? This is a city that has only been liberated for about 2 months, right? All very recent, but it is working astonishingly well. And you hear stories. There was a party of adventurers, specifically a Triton named Thalia. They, when this party fought and liberated the Green Dragons, they turned all of the money over to the city, which is why it's so prosperous and why all the individual citizens are doing quite well. Because it was, does that make sense? It's been specifically given to the citizens. The heroes did not keep any of it for themselves. Right? Nobody, though, seems to know the name Storm Chaser.
Okay. Why? I don't understand. I have to find him. Yes, you.
Oh, Captain Finnegan, your first mate. Anyways, who's Storm Chaser?
Storm Chaser is the one who sent me on my quest anyway. When I was a slave here as well. I apparently lost. I should have kept my collar, apparently, seeing how everybody's wearing them now. It's actually really cute. I could have decorated it. But he's the one who said that I needed to go, I needed to get stronger, and I needed to come back, and I needed to help free these people who are now free.
And he sent you a letter?
I don't know who sent me this letter. It didn't say. I assumed it was him, but everything's changed for the better. I love it. It's great. But I've got to find him.
Hell yeah. Sorry, don't know why I thought that.
You all right?
No, fine. There's milliners in this town, yes?
Yeah, who?
Milliners in this town?
Milliners.
There are some quite fabulous hats, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you need a hat?
Do you want a hat?
Maybe.
Alright.
I just...
Well,
sometimes I still hear the voices of the worm in my head, and I don't go against them. They're not terrible, but... Oh, I just did Russian.
You want the hat, or the worm wants the hat? Because we can get whichever one a hat.
Right.
difference in size, though.
No, I think I'm supposed to wear the hat.
All right.
All right, let's go get you a hat.
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
so you go to a place called the Helm of Kings,
Ooh.
and it is a millinery. And you see a lioness tabaxi, a tabaxi of clear lioness features. And she's the one using her claws to sew and work and cut thread and stuff, and making these gorgeous, fabulous hats that are all the rage in the city. I would say even some cat ears for the humans, right? That are not too dissimilar to what Devren is wearing, right? Right? She's building this fabulous multicolored top hat. She needs a name. You recognize her immediately. Her name is Crown of Joy.
Crown of Joy.
Crown of Joy. And are you walking in first, or are you letting Weird Euclid go in? Who's going in?
I don't know why I thought Euclid ran inside ahead of
You
me.
see that?
So I guess I'm coming in the rear. Yeah.
So she says, hello, welcome to Helm of Kings. Now she has a African-esque accent that is very similar to what Devren is doing for Walker, but I'm not going to do an African accent because I'm not a monster. But you would recognize her accent as being similar to Walker's, right? And she looks up and she goes, oh, hello, welcome to the Helm of Kings. I'm Crown of Joy, and my prince.
I'm sorry. What?
She looks at Walker and says, Prince, I am Prince Walker in Summer. We had heard that you were dead. For surely you would have returned before now if you were still alive. But you're here.
I don't know who you were talking about, and I'm going to get out of there. I'm going to get out. I'm going to run.
She seems very shocked, and she sits in her chair. She drops the hat, and it crumples, and she doesn't even seem to care, even though it's clearly hours of work.
Ooh.
She seems stunned, like the breath has been taken out of her. Do any of you say anything to her, or do you just leave?
Right. Thank you, Mildred. And I walk out.
You have lovely hats. Sorry for disturbing you.
Are you friends of the prince?
Friends of Summer. Yeah.
You want to go to the Gorgon's Gaze?
With
That's
a Z.
where he'll.
With a Z. Like gaze.
Yes, it's a
okay.
not like the homosexuals that are Gorgons. It is
I don't know. I don't judge.
like the looking of a Gorgon.
Okay.
And it is it's a bar in the near the Authority Ziggurat, near what was once Clan Kasava's home. It was Green Dragons only and Dragonborn for a while, but yes, you that's where his friend is.
Okay.
His hat. I need to fix this hat. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Will you know I want to apologize on Summer's behalf. Summer's been acting a little differently, feeling a lot of stress. I'm getting a secondhand.
I'm sorry. I can't even listen to you when you're being so disrespectful. His name is Prince Walker in Summer. To shorten that is
disrespectful, and I apologize. Prince Walker in Summer.
Yes.
His Majesty, the captain of the garbage pail, has been feeling very, very very ill recently. That's his stomach. So will when His Majesty, His Royal Highness is feeling better, we'll be sure to pay you a visit. I will remind him as his personal secretary, the first mate.
Should I let the people of the town know he has returned? That's going to be for the audience to decide.
Ooh.
Should it?
No, probably not.
No, but should
I'd say
Roy
yes.
tell people that Walker and Summer, Prince Walker and Summer, His Majesty, has returned to town? We've already got a yes from Rai Rai. I need to run very quickly. I will be right back. But audience, let us know. I'll be back in moments.
I can't wait to add Breaker of Chains and The Undying.
Oh my god.
I don't know if anybody in the chat has caught on. What was my name again? Euclid. Euclid can hear anything you say in chat in the back of his head, so I will be stealing from you constantly, and you can mess with me the whole time. Yeah.
We love the UX here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Pound the alarm.
Okay.
I hate you guys.
Wait. Yes. I think it's. Is it 2-3?
That's a really personal question, Kelso.
Oh, it's tied now. Thanks, McClunky. I'm out of water.
Thank you, Trash Driver.
I'm out of everything.
But I will refill.
Thanks.
After
Gotta stay hydrated.
Intermission.
Actually, a little bit.
Finishing my way before.
Yes, I did. That's the problem. All right. What is
Wait. I
what
want to understand which in favor. Is it dead wife yes standing, or is it dead wife no standing? And I like need to know where the line is drawn in those stands up, Kelso. That's really concerning.
All right, so we got one.
Okay.
I think it's 3 and 3.
Is it 3 and 3?
Mm-hmm.
No dead wife.
Thing. I only count 2 yeses.
Not yet.
Did you count the pound the alarm?
Yeah,
I count
pound
the
the
alarm.
alarm.
And the yes. I don't see another yes. I see 3 news.
Mew.
Oh, ethereal. Yes, not to the dead wife,
Yes.
but to got it. So we are 3 and 3. So so if anybody wants to break the tie, you can go right now, or I'll let Finn decide.
It's gonna cost you 100 points, bits, whatever they're called. Oh, well,
No, I
Trash
don't think Trash Gardener. Trash Gardener did not. No, Trash Gardener voted to keep a secret.
Haha.
I mean, you could have used a different 100. You could have. All right. Here's an empty cup.
You can highlight your message, is what I was
Great.
trying to do.
Very soon.
Great. In that case, Finn, you choose what you say to.
No. You should not. We wanna.
Oh, well, whatever.
We want to do what if Ryan can write this message in the next 5 seconds.
He did. I'm spending points to break the tie. Yes, he says. So we'll
We do want to. I've just had a spasm. It's fine. Sure. Yeah. Why not? What's the harm? It's not like there are political enemies, and you telling other people about your prince's return would say lead to an assassination attempt, right?
Oh, he's prince of our homeland in the Bright Continent. He should have no political enemies here now that the Green Dragons are gone.
All right. Cool. Yeah. Sure. Tell your mom. Tell whoever. I don't care.
Oh, my mother's dead. But okay. I will tell my friends, though.
And tell them to tell their moms. Keep telling people to tell people until someone's got a mom to tell. Then you can stop.
What's your attachment to moms, Finnegan?
Because they're good sources of information.
All right.
Do you have a mother?
My mother stayed. And then Finn leaves the room.
You all have a lot of emotions, says Crown of Joy. Great. So you leave, and she also is closing up shop and saying, Prince Walker in Summer has returned. And it starts going around.
Wait, that is going to put a Not in my plans. Yes, it will. Yes.
Oh, you had a plan. What was it?
Right.
Oh yeah, actually, that's before I say my thing. What's your plan?
Huh? Okay. So, yeah, I'm a prince. Yes. Okay. Ha ha ha. I'm the big prince. I don't know.
It's incredible.
It's just a thing, you know. You're just born with it. Like, I don't know.
Like that one halfling girl who lived on the other side of the rolling hill, her Maybelline.
Yeah, you know.
She was born with it.
I remember her being born with a couple of things.
That was very loud.
Or your legs. I don't know. It's just a thing that you're born with. But as you guys know, you know, I was also a slave here. So like, how did I get there? Ha ha ha! I was captured. Yeah, you know, just like playing one day, captured, taken here. You know, starved, beaten, under the rule of, you know, well, you know, the Green Empire, the Green Dragon Empire. Listen, I don't like talking about my past because I am trying to shape the future. Okay.
Yeah, that works when you don't drag us into your past.
I didn't think it was gonna come up. I didn't think it was gonna.
You don't see me digging holes in the ground to get spiders to come at us, so.
You can do that?
Who are your enemies?
You know, it says if you dig long enough, they'll just start popping up.
Oh.
Or at least that's what I'm told.
Oh. Well,
Please
don't make any holes. But speaking of holes, we are now in one. Well, not really. Not right now, really. I just have to... I'm gonna start having a panic attack because I just really need to find my... Yes.
Your friend is at the Gorgon's Gaze. It's a bar. It's by the Authority Ziggurat. Ziggurat? Ziggurat.
I'm gonna... Can I lift you up?
Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna lift you up and say thank you.
Sort of, like, really kind of relish it. Hang out and go, you're welcome. I'm first mate.
Alright, and we are going to walk towards, I remember where that is.
Yeah, it's an exclusive. It was an exclusive bar for Green Dragons and Green Dragonborn. Non-citizens not allowed. Rumor of all sorts of nasty debauchery, and you know, it was not a nice place. Being taken there as a non-citizen was kind of usually a death sentence, or people at least didn't talk about what went on when they returned, right? So you go there and the place is entirely reformed. A lot of the walls are torn down. It's a raucous place. There's a half-elven bard playing a song about the fall of the Green Dragons, right? And there's you don't immediately see any other tabaxi there, but definitely people see Walker and they whisper to each other.
I thought he was going to be here. I picked you up.
Yeah, I know. I was told by the hat lady.
Oh, yes.
She said your friend would be here.
I need a drink. I'm gonna go.
You want to
up.
look like somebody else for like an hour?
Me? Do I want to look like somebody else for like an hour?
I could do that. I don't know. I could give you like a little magical something.
You know
Cover
what?
it up, you know?
You know what? Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that right now.
Okay, great.
What spell are you planning on using, Finn?
Disguise self.
What is the name of that spell again for me, please?
I've got meta magic.
What is the name of the spell?
Disguise
Self.
self.
Disguise other?
No, but if I use my meta magic, then I can change the range of a spell from self to touch.
Which meta magic is this? This is one I'm not familiar with.
Boop. This is PHP stuff, dude.
That's fair. That's what he uses.
Shit. It's a
I could be
throwdown.
wrong.
Because it's not as good as the twin spell, quicken spell, 1-2 combo. It is called. Not
Distance.
empowered.
That's the second half of distance spell. You're right.
Yeah, distance spell. Costs
No,
me
no.
1 sorcery point.
Not as sorry. That makes a touch range spell. Range 30 feet.
No, did I
Change
misread?
the target of the spell.
Dang. Well,
I
do you
was
have
right.
any like mascara or something?
He stands. This guy's self.
Dang it. Well, then.
Lip balm, hand lotion, anything right now would do
I
it.
have. You know what? Finn has makeup.
Great.
Finn gives you his makeup.
Great. So you start doing that, and a serving boy who is dressed with a open vest that is absolutely your type, Walker, stops by and says, "A drink."
Yes, I need one of. What's in this drink?
He looks at you and winks and says, "Your favorite." And when his eyes open again, they're feline and golden. They're Storm Chaser's eyes. He blinks again and they're human eyes again.
Thank you so much. I'll enjoy this somewhere later. I wonder a great spot to enjoy this refreshing beverage.
We do have back rooms.
Oh, a back room? Could my friends drink there as well? I would love to share a drink with them.
Well, I'm sure I could arrange something. Why don't you follow me?
Thank you. Everybody, we're going to have a drink. This way, please.
Great.
Okay.
So you go to the back room, and his disguised self dissipates. And you see a young lion-like tabaxi with a black mane. What is Scar's son's name in Lion King 2? He looks like it's Tabaxi him.
Why would you do
I
that?
can't remember his name right now, right? But like a light black mane. It's not a big froofy mane. He's still alive, and he says, "Walker in summer, my prince. Wonderful to see you."
Hello, Storm Chaser. How are you?
Come here, you old bastard. Give me a hug.
Okay.
And he gives him a big, hearty hug, and he says, "So these are your friends now?
Yeah,
Bunch of smoothskins. Where's your tabaxi? Where's your tabaxi love?"
what? I don't know. They didn't. These are friends. I was told we find friends. We found friends. Look at that.
All right. Good enough. Hello, everybody. Storm Chaser. Though I try not to appear in this form out and about. It's dangerous. Though you're making quite a name for yourself returning already.
Listen, I thought you had a plan for me, but
Oh, I do.
then what is it?
Well, it's very simple. It would have been easier if you'd been here during the liberation, but this country could really use a charismatic, strong leader.
You know I can't do that.
I know that you can. I know that you don't want to be your father's puppet. But why wouldn't you be your own?
Be my own puppet. Yeah, let me. What? Look at me, I'm my own puppet. Ha ha ha. Walker is still very meek around his. I mean, like he it was the first person that, like, Walker truly considered like a true father figure. You know, because like didn't really know. I mean, up until like 9. Like he was like raised by his dad, so like Walker's feeling like a lot of emotions right now. Like mainly it's mostly confusion, but there's a hint of like a betrayal because like I just really thought I was going to be the one to save the city, and like the city is saved, you know? I thought I could just save the city, return home, everything be fine, and then it'd be good and dandy. But instead, we've got some lady in the streets yelling my name. How do people even know that I'm here?
Well, you went to buy a hat? You went to a milliner for some reason? That is not very clear to me, and happened to run into somebody that knew you. So here's the thing. You have leadership in your blood. The big elections are coming up to determine the first leader of this new little nation. And they've made it very clear that only people who once lived here as slaves are eligible. You are the perfect choice.
Well, who else is running?
Unclear yet. Nobody's announced candidacies yet. I've got a couple thoughts. But I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to sit here and talk politics with you if you're not interested. But come on.
Well, why don't you do it? You are good as well. You're wonderful. People like you sometimes, mostly not, actually. I wouldn't vote for you, but you could run.
I work much better as a vizier.
I really don't want to lead. When I was born, somebody said something very auspicious about what would happen if I came to rule. I can't do it.
Fine. Well, that's disappointing. But maybe we can talk about it later. The point is, these people still need you. There's still so much happening. There's still so many people that are in the various different duchies of the Green Dragons out there in the jungle. There's Yonti raiding the road north that would allow us to trade with Huowi Nor and Kiefer. Like, this city needs heroes.
All right.
Do that, can't you?
Of course. I mean, like, that's why I'm here. I'm here to help.
Wonderful. Wonderful indeed. So, why don't I acquaint you with these problems, right? Now, we were both enslaved by Ragthroknar, the Green Dragon House of War, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Duke Ragthroknar died, yes, but his daughter, now the Duchess Ragthroknar, is still a bit of a warmonger, a bit terrible. She's trying to carve out the lower part of what was once the Red Dragon Empire as a new Green Dragon Empire from which to stage a re-invasion of the city. We don't want that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, at least you care about that, right? So we want to stop that, right? However, we're not going to be able to do that without trade and supplies, and our closest allies are land-bound to the north, right? Through the jungle to Huowi Nor, or they're on the ocean to Kiefer, which is a pirate territory, which apparently you know all about. We need those trade routes open, and we could really use more citizens. The city is pretty empty right now with all the people that left. And those citizens are currently bottled up in the other dragons' homes. The duchies out there in the wilderness. So we either need you to liberate or to open up trade. Or just, there's monsters in the jungle, there's treasure and gold. You could get that for us. I don't know. Help the city. The city needs your help. And that's why you've returned, right?
Yes. Yes, of course. That's why I returned.
Great. So I've told you. Why don't you discuss with your friends what you think best suits your skill set, and I'll come back in a few minutes. You got this place to yourself. He shifts back over into the comely bar boy and leaves.
That's creepy. He didn't used to do that very much around me. How much of that did you guys hear?
All of it.
Well, yeah, I know they were standing there.
I just wanted to make it clear in case there was a question, right? Sorry, go on.
Yeah, all of it.
Great. So, yeah, he wants me to be president of this place. But can't do that because I'm already a captain of a ship. So, haha, hands tied. Speaking of, hands tied, shouldn't we go liberate some people?
Sure.
Or, yeah.
Totally reasonable segue.
Yeah, I think that's a wonderful way to spend our time here. It's a very good thing to do. Maybe, fight, kill some monsters on the way.
What was the other?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. We don't have to.
Okay, don't mind. What was the other option?
Opening trade routes.
Oh.
Well, let's leave that here, right? Let's
Yeah.
leave that up to the audience. First, should they help the city with defenses and money and everything else by opening up trade routes, weapons, which the city needs to defend itself, or should they go directly to liberating the folks that are trapped in these duchies? So, audience, should they liberate or open up trade?
What is this place called again?
The city is Tekatuatl.
The city is Tekatuatl. That's
The
right.
country is Thaylians.
Viva la Tekatuatl. Doesn't that mean we love? I don't actually know.
No, Viva.
It means long live Tekatuatl.
Oh, see?
Both. Yes, ideally, eventually, but they can only do one thing. The jungle fight option would be liberating trade routes. We got 2 liberates, 1 trade, a 3rd liberate. Jungle fights, which is
I was wondering if Kelso was going to respond after that.
Liberate trade routes, which is not very helpful. Thanks, Nudge. Great. It sounds like liberate. So is that your answer for? That would be your answer for Storm Chaser, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want to talk about this at all before Storm Chaser returns, or anything you want to press for Summer on?
So, why don't you want to rule?
Who's asking that? Is that you or Skym?
I'm not sure anymore.
I'll answer anyway. Okay, so listen to this. Long ago in a land distant from here, and by that I mean the Gold Continent, there was once 2 kids born. One of them with really nice, really brilliant gold fur that everybody loves and everybody appreciates, and one with all black fur that everybody hates and everybody's like, look at that, that's probably evil, and so my brother, I have a twin, yes, I don't know if you guys know this, but my brother was the old gold one, I as you can see, seeing how I am all black, and they said that if I were ever to rule, and by they I mean the oracles of the land, they said if I were ever to rule, then the land would suffer, I don't know, like 1,000 years of darkness or something. Something like that. Don't know why. I think, honestly, I feel like it's all made up.
Right.
That kind of seems like it.
Oracles don't usually, just say things,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It is kind of their job, and magic is a very real and reliable resource. Divination is a respected school of magic, so there's that. And I don't, mean to press, and you can say, Finnegan, you're overstepping your bounds, but what happened? Where's your brother?
Well, I was the only one who was kidnapped, I think, hopefully. So he should still be at home, hopefully. Maybe.
Of your country, Devren?
Did I write that down? I think I did. I did! Oh, wait. It's on that thing I sent you. Wait, everybody wait.
I know it. Do you want it? It's ZY.
ZY! I was like, I named it the other day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And do you have a name for your brother? I do if you don't.
No.
All
My
right.
brother's name is
His
Night
name is
Shield.
Ardent Pride.
What? No, I said my brother's name is Night Shield.
Night Shield?
Yeah.
Great. Night Shield would be your brother's name. Cool.
I like those names. Good job, Dan.
Thank you.
That's right.
Great.
Good names, good names.
We try the names.
So, he returns. Storm Chaser. And he says, so have you made a decision?
Yes, we where are these people who need to be liberated?
So Rob Throcknar is too far away, and I know that's your first choice, but we'll get to them, right? They're amassing a huge army. They're probably going to be the most difficult to undermine and destroy. So we're going to look at the other three houses, right? We've got Cassava, the authority house, the rulers, the gilded lilies of the Green Dragons, right? They are on a mobile barge, a treasure barge that goes up and down the great river in the center of this continent, right? So you can assault their treasure barge. They are going to give us tons of resources. Not food or weapons or armor or mercenaries, which is the stuff we could really use, but gold, which will be useless until we get the trade routes opened up again. But gold is good, right? Then there's Marhargora, which is the house of magic. Usually dark magic, poison, necromancy based, right? You all know this. This is for the benefit of your friends. Marhargora is hidden somewhere in the jungle in some sort of ancient tomb. All we know is that they took all their dark artifacts there and they're brewing up something nasty. So taking out them will also get us, magic. Useful in fighting enemies, right? Also will stop whatever horrible ritual they're working on. Lastly, there's House Noxeros, which is the house of intrigue and diplomacy and words and, manipulation. And they're working with the Yuan-Ti somewhere in their ancient hidden city somewhere in the jungle, right? They're working together with the Yuan-Ti, the snake people, who they're going to basically use them as fodder and make them promises they don't intend them keeping. And, green dragon shit, right? So those are the three targets. Obviously, an army's not going to work on any of them, but a strike force like you guys may be able to do something. So that's my thought. Yeah? Do any of those particularly appeal to all of you?
Definitely kind of interested in the magic.
I'm glad we have the same mind, Gwen.
There's the lizard people. Don't know why, but I'm drawn towards them. Dealing with them.
What about
I'm sorry. Did y'all forget the part about a treasure barge?
Treasure is cool.
Didn't you get enough shinies?
I spent all my shinies. I drank them all. I need more.
I see. Well, let me think. Shinies or stopping the magic
Not
from
shinies for
attacking.
just us.
As is our tradition, such choices will go to the audience, and then we're going to take our 10-minute break once they decide. So, audience, should they go for the treasure barge, which is House Cassava? Should they go for the evil magic, which is House Marhargora? Or should they go for the Snake Alliance, which is House Noxeros? So treasure, magic, or snakes, if you want to keep it simple.
Treasure, magic, snakes.
Treasure
Magic snake.
Can we just
why
make
is
treasure
Finn
magic
buying
snake?
his own drinks?
Because it's the right thing to do.
No, he's a good tipper.
What else is he going to spend his money on? He doesn't have a place to put his hoard, collection yet.
You got 4 votes straight up for Magic.
Yeah, 4 votes for Magic, which is feeling like we're going to be dealing with Margaret
Pretty
Gora.
decisive.
Yeah.
We got a major Indiana Jones vibe going through here. Snakes, no snakes, never snakes. So, yeah.
Okay, it's Magic. It's done.
Great. We will deal with what that looks like after our 10-minute break. We'll see you guys in 10 minutes, all right?
All right. See you in a minute. Bye-bye.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We are joining the crew as Storm Chaser returns to get their answer for where they'd like to go. All right, so have you all made your decision?
Yes, we have. We are going to deal with those Margogora peeps.
Marhar Gora. Marhar, M-A-R-H-A-R-G-O-R-A-H. Marhar Gora.
There's an H in there. Marhagora.
Marhar Gora.
Marhagora.
Yeah.
Yes,
The Twitch chat.
For some reason I can spell that now. I don't know why.
All right, how's it spelled?
M-A-R-H-A-R-G-O-R-A. That's it.
Oh, all right. Felt like a silent H kind of word, but hey, you're the one who knows.
Yeah, it's in my head.
Yeah. Weird.
He says, okay, so you can...
He's new.
Good, maybe that will help defeat them. So, they're located in a deep part of the jungle, known for, they're the undead, amongst other, corruptions and other, real bad stuff out there. Cool? So you're going to be in a lot of danger. The big thing is they're working on raising an undead army, and you should stop that.
Yes, of course.
And also kill the new Duke.
The new Duke? There's a new one.
His name is Duke Marhagora. He's much younger because the old one got killed.
No, I didn't know that. Good for him.
Well, they all the old ones got killed. That's how.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Got out of the city. So really dangerous. You're gonna want these guys, and he's gonna put a satchel of potions on the table. There are 4 of them. These are potions of poison resistance. They're gonna keep you alive. So you got 2 missions once you get to this place, right? Mission 1, stop the undead ritual. Mission 2, kill the Duke. Right? Mission 3 or mission 2.5 or mission A is get loot.
Yes, of course. I am all...
Sure, but more the city needs it.
Yes, of course.
This may seem wild, but I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. I won't probe, but I do want to see what he's surface level thinking.
He's thinking, I can't believe he's back. This is going to be so useful, even if he doesn't want to be president.
Okay.
Well,
Tell you about it later.
do you know when we should? Is this like a once you
would go now, because the longer you take, the more undead there are.
All right, let's go. Well, yes, let's go that way.
I would recommend, considering the splash that you've made, if you obviously leave, walking out into the jungle in view of everybody. Everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, look, there he goes on the way to to Marhagora," and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, that's where they're going," and they might get warned. So I would recommend leaving the city quietly if you could.
Yes, of course. I didn't want to be seen in the first place.
Well, look at that way.
I know.
Sure.
Alright.
I've got you. And I'm going to snap my fingers and cast Shadow Veil, which is one of my Eldritch invocations, which means it's from that book, which I don't know the name of because I only have Tome of the Pact.
It is, yeah, Tome of the Pact.
Yes.
What's do you have the name of the creator for us? So we can give him a shout out?
Don't have it written on here.
I can pull it up.
Thank you. Please pull it up. Tome of the Pact is a great thing. It expands all the Warlock stuff to make them be able to use, to just generally be slightly more useful.
Flippinger is the name of the creator, and we're gonna do a shout out. It's available on DM's Guild. It's just a really great book I use all the time, and so we're using it.
Yeah, it's great. So Shadow Veil says I don't leave footprints on non-magical terrain unless I choose to, but I also pass without a trace once without expending a spell slot until I finish a long rest. So I'll just cast Pass Without a Trace.
What does it look like?
Sure. The ground sort of bubbles up slightly, like little tiny, like actual bubbles, like blowing bubbles from a, I don't know what the term would be for it, but and it sort of raises above you like a bubble bath and then pops and then everyone's gone, essentially.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'll work great. Yeah, do this.
And so we're outside?
It lasts for like an hour. As long as you stay close to Euclid, you all can make stealth checks.
Mm-hmm.
You have
with advantage.
To our stealth?
Not with advantage, you had an additional 10.
Oh, plus 10. Better.
Way better.
Oh, that's so funny. I rolled a nat 1.
Well, good thing it's 11.
Yeah.
Well, that one is theoretically always a failure unless you want to use your inspiration that gives you a reroll.
I thought that was only in Polynisos.
No, you got 2 in Polynisos. You always...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna fail a stealth check. Not in front of Storm Chaser. That's
Finnegan got a 33.
Oh my god.
Finnegan fades out of existence.
Roll up a new character. That's how well you hit. You can't find yourself anymore.
No one remembers you exist.
Hey, thanks for the raid, Blue Collar DM. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks. Blue Collar DM. All right.
That's fun.
Racing out of the city, Storm Chaser waves his orange paw. It's light orange, right? Orange and black, with orange fur with a black mane, and waves as you leave. He's got a devious little smirk on his face that I'm sure you won't have to deal with ever. Don't worry about it. As you sneak into the jungle.
Does Detect Thoughts is still working, correct?
Yeah.
Great. I'm gonna probe as we walk away.
Open.
I like this new party member we have. It's fun. Yeah.
Where's the probe? It's a wisdom save. That's what I was looking for. What's your DC? Is it less than 18?
It is less than 18.
His mind is sharp, and you don't get through.
All right. It was just like a gentle little caress on the doors of his brain.
Yeah, for sure. He doesn't notice.
Oh, good.
You don't get in.
Cool.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You're heading out into the jungle. Are you guys taking a path, or are you going to try to bushwhack so as not to be seen?
We do not
It's
do
just
well.
the 4 of us, yes? Or are we...
4 of you. Unless you'd like to bring Cracking Shot. They're not very quiet.
No.
They use guns.
Yeah, let's cut through, yes?
Yes, I do not do well on paths.
We don't want to
Who
be
was that?
seen anyway.
Right. So, you begin to wander. You begin going through the jungle. Make a survival check. I imagine that's Gwyn's province.
It is. However, today I rolled a 13.
13?
Yes.
The jungle
That is the number.
is bigger and more difficult than you're used to getting through. And it is darker than you were expecting, and it gets diseased as you get deeper into the jungle, closer and closer towards the location you're expecting to go. What's more, Gwyn, you feel a strange presence in your brain that you can only think of as the opposite of your normal feelings when you sense dreams.
Okay.
Absence of dreaming. Or if it is a void, it is sureness and causality and the logical certainty, the opposite of dream energy. Does that make any sense?
Yes, absolutely.
And it's more of a feeling, and it's not the direction you're going in, but it's coming from the deep jungle, the deep recesses of this jungle, right? And it's threatening to your sensibilities. It is a bad feeling, right? If you were a Jedi, you would be feeling the presence of the dark side.
Gwen's gonna turn to Euclid and be like, "Do you think souls dream?"
Interesting question. Have you heard one? A soul itself?
I don't know. There's just a lot. There's a lot going on around here, and what Walker told us a bit about it. I'm just curious of your opinions on that particular thing.
Don't know what I feel about souls existing at all, but I guess there's something there. Why would a soul dream?
I don't know why it would. It was just I thought you'd be interested in the line of questioning in regard to that. I'm not feeling much of anything around here, so like.
No.
No. Seems a little creepy.
Sure. I'm going to. Since she doesn't feel anything, I'm going to use Awakened Mind to reach out, because I have that, because I'm just in general, to see if there's anything nearby.
Sure.
It's 30 feet. I can use Detect Thoughts if we need to, but... Oh, it's still up. That's right.
Yeah.
I could just do that with that.
More than an hour, right?
Yeah.
An hour? This has been well more than an hour. You've been traveling through the jungle.
Oh, okay.
The presence doesn't feel close. It feels strong but far. Gwyn? Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah. And but you, as you reach out, I keep forgetting your name, Euclid.
Mm-hmm.
Euclid.
Pretty name.
It's a very pretty name.
Mm-hmm.
You feel absolutely like you're being watched, and the presence of a mind, a powerful mind, within 30 feet.
Ooh.
But as you look around, there's no obvious source.
Great. I'm just going to take a rock, and I'm going to chuck it as hard as I can in a random direction. Yes.
Great. Roll a d8 for me. On a 1, you throw it in the right direction.
Randomness. Gotta try for it. It's a 4. Didn't happen.
Your rock flies through the air and crunches in the ground nearby, and that's when you begin to hear the crunching of twigs and branches.
Ooh. Sorry, we still have do we still have Pass Without a Trace up? Or that go?
That only lasts an hour as well.
Cool. Gotcha. I was making sure. Cool.
No, you're fine.
I can also one-up you on that as well.
God, I have. Go, do it.
I'm going to cast my... Sorry, I just need to remember what the exact wording on it is.
Is this the one that protects you while you sleep?
It can be utilized that way, but there is wiggle room in the description of Hearth and Moonlight and Shadow. Because it's home can be wherever you like it. At Ezra, okay, yeah, never mind. I just wanted to double check that did in fact start with at a rest, and I wasn't quite sure if it did. So that I could not do much of anything. I just wanted to double clarify on that particular point because I thought it said you touched
a nearby
my
tree cracks open, and you see that its boughs are filled with skeletal snakes, all dripping venom from their mouths. And you see that the tree itself has a horrible, distended, warped skull-like face. This is a hollow treant, a tree awakened, killed, and then brought back from the dead. I would love for you all to roll initiative.
Great.
Oh god, I'm gonna yell, everybody drink your potions.
Haha.
No, don't poison potion.
No, there's a poison-breathing dragon at the end of this road.
Oh
Mhm.
god.
Hold on to that.
Let's see.
That was allowed.
I've got,
Yeah.
I have advantage, but it doesn't matter because I rolled a 20, so 24.
I got. I just got 19.
I got an 18.
I got a 12.
12 for Gwyn. Well, the treant's going at 5, but the swarms of poisonous snakes, skeletal poisonous snakes, will be going at 15. So we begin with Finn. It's about 30 feet from you all because it wasn't. It was just barely noticed, and it's coming in. So what you gonna do?
You said 30 feet?
Yeah.
How convenient. Fireball. It's an undead tree. That thing's gonna...
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I need to... You know what? I'll just cheat
You
and use
will.
my Discord.
Here's the thing about Fireball, though. It is a
Mhm.
giant explosion. You can do that. You will be giving up any pretext at stealth towards approaching Marhargora's stronghold.
Oh... Well, we're gonna roll... Okay, what would you... John?
Yes.
What would you set the intelligence check DC for
I
Finnegan to
would say-
realize this is a bad idea tactic?
I would say this is wisdom. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom? What's the DC?
10.
10? Alright. Oh, I'm wise, but I don't think I'm +3 wise. I'm a 0 wise. That's just a 7. So he does it. Yeah. I'm
Great.
rolling 8d6.
Great. 3 swarms of poisonous snakes. What's your difficulty, or what's your DC?
My DC 15.
Great. So both 2 of them pass and 1 of them fails. And the tree fails as well.
That is
A-
24 fire damage.
24. So first of all, the undead treant takes 48 and is at 90. A vast echoing boom echoes throughout the entirety of the jungle. Birds fly away. You hear drums start up in the distance, as though it is now known that there are enemies approaching.
Oh,
Then
really?
the 3 snakes, 2 of them pass and take 12 and are at 24. 1 of them failed and is at 12. All right. That was Finn, and now we're at Euclid.
Great. I'm going to cast. That's for everyone, so I don't want to do that. I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis at 3rd level, which gives me a magical armor. So like it bursts out in like this sort of like cold draft from me, and my body and clothing gets covered in a sort of frost.
Cool.
And yeah, that's what I have. And then I'm going to draw a. Well, that doesn't really matter. Okay, cool. I guess that's all I do.
Great. Then we have Captain Wadens.
All right, I'm going to draw my sword and let's see. Well, I just realized something. I'm the only melee range fighter.
I need a spell to get in there.
Okay. really.
And you're
missing-
not the only. I've got
got those little claws. Yeah.
I
those
can hit
little
things.
claws that
just-
deal 2d6 and 2d6 plus 8.
I'm just really missing some right now.
I've never seen a bear, but maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
So it's not. The tree is not engaged with anybody. Yes.
No. But you could easily hide, run up to it, and stab it.
Perfect. I'm gonna hide. First. Bonus action. Hide. That's a nat 20.
Whoa.
Okay.
I'm hitting, and then I'm going to leap from its blind spot and slash a branch. That's the way, princess. Just like
Great.
that is. Ooh, I rolled a 19.
Great.
27.
So you run up and you shatter through some of its bark. A gout of horrible rotting sap falls on you, but you cause it significant damage. Roll your attack and sneak attack.
That is 21.
Great.
21.
So it falls to 69 hit points. Nice. Every time. But as a result, hundreds of snakes, hundreds of dead snakes fall all over you, and they're all going to bite and gnaw at you. What's your armor class?
Oh, that is 17.
Great.
How many is a lot?
It's 3 swarms, each of which probably has like 50 snakes in it. So it's like 150 undead poisonous snakes. You are being bitten twice. I need you to make 2 DC 10 Constitution saves.
Okay. Roll a 13. 14.
Twice? You
Oh, twice. Yeah, 14 and a 15.
Great. So you are going to take a total of 10 plus 14. 24 damage.
24 damage.
As the undead snake's fangs rend into you, inject you with poison. They're literally like dangling from you, holding themselves into you by their little fangs. You are covered in poisonous snakes. Oh yeah, Princess came in and played Walker and attacked the treant from behind.
And we loved it.
Yes. So for those of you that missed it, maybe I'll. She was not happy about it, so I might not do it again in the near future.
We'll make a highlight of it, and it'll be on the channel forever.
Great.
That was like 5 seconds. I didn't even see her.
It was.
Now we're at Gwyn and then the treant.
Alrighty, I'm gonna take a step forward and just kind of look at the undead tree and cast Moonbeam. Because radiant damage on the undead sounds like a really good idea.
Great. It is unable to dodge. It's actually going to hit, if you angle it right, it can hit all the snake and Walker.
Oh. I think I'm gonna do that.
Great.
And I do that. Let's see what that damage.
3 fails. All snakes fail.
All snakes fails.
Yeah, everybody
Let's
fails.
roll that damage. 9. We have 18.
So you're calling.
No, 18 and then 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
24.
I'll pass to that 3. Yeah.
All the snakes explode. The moonlight shimmers through. You call upon the dream of moonlight, right? So I'm imagining your spells sort of look like dream versions of their natural effects. Would that be accurate?
Moonbeam actually, for Gwyn, is kind of like an alien abduction, where it just directly beams down, and it's a light that almost looks like a helicopter or spotlight. It does not seem like the moon.
Got it. But it still draws on the energy of dreams, right?
Yes.
You now feel
And Steven Spielberg, apparently.
whatever this thing deep in the jungle is, it notices you now.
Oh, cool.
Felt like being flashy, and I
So,
count
Rob
the consequences.
just brought up my cat's full name, and you're very close. Her full name is the Most Holy Princess Leowin Naomi Campbell Pumps, the Feminista Communista Kitty, America's Next Cat Superstar. So you only got Leowin wrong, but everything else is correct. And we call her by her title, but her name is Leowin.
I want to give our girls titles.
So sorry, I saw it and I had to. Great. You feel a tension on you, yeah? All right. So now the treant is going to rumble forward, giving Walker an attack of opportunity.
Oh, taking it.
You won't get sneak attack, but you will get your base damage.
Still take 5. Roll a 13 to hit. Is that hit?
That misses, unfortunately.
I missed it.
You swipe at it and it misses. It rumbles out of the beam of moonlight and goes right at Euclid. And it's going to smash its huge, thorny wooden fists at him twice. What is your armor class? Low, I imagine. 10? Or indeed hit twice, even though I rolled a 2. That plus 10 got you still. It's going to take 15. It's going to take half because it's undead, and it's resistant to cold. But you are going to only end up taking 1 after those temporary hit points, because it was 16 damage.
Zeke, you may be muted.
Right. The second is going to do another 16.
Zeke, you may be muted according to the chat.
Sorry, my reactions are very loud, so I mute myself.
Euclid had a wall of ice around him that gets shattered by the first blow, but freezes the fist that clearly cracks and is falling apart from the supernatural ice.
Mm-hmm.
The second fist comes in and wallops him. All right. That was the tree, and we're back at Finn.
All right. Finn's gonna run up and green flame blade just to attack.
Great.
With his claws.
Make sure to double the actual flame damage for me, please.
I would if it would hit, but that's an 11. So then I'm gonna spend
16.
2 sorcery points to quicken spell and do the cantrip again.
Great.
Which that is a 17 to hit. So that'll do it. And I double my you said fire?
Yes, double all fire damage for me, please.
In 23. 31. And 16 of that was fire. But I already doubled it, so it doesn't matter. 31 damage.
Heart. It is a flame. It is the green flames lick up all around it. I think your green flame should just be red dragon fire, right? So
yeah, it's just the cantrip in case anyone wants to look it up.
Right,
but it's totally red fire.
The flame with obvious supernatural fire. It lets loose a terrible, ululating howl that goes throughout the wilderness as fire is noticeable and causes a great pain. Great. That brings us to Euclid. What does that look like? It's our first time seeing something we're probably going to see a lot of. Lovely.
You're muted.
Oh, you're muted again?
Sorry, literally when I breathe, you can hear me because it's native on my sound, so I always do that. It's terrible.
Great.
Anyway, so it's going to change every time. I'm going to have a different thing. This time it's going to look oh, yeah, it's going to look literally like I'm gonna literally just sort of throw my hands through the air, and Skym's bottle is going to shoot out of my hand, and smash into its face. Cool.
Armor class 16. Roll that spell attack.
That's twice. That's a 19 and 17 plus. Both of them are 7, so they both hit.
Great.
Cool, because it's 2 beams, so that's it. It just smacks them twice in the face. That's a 10 and a 7. Both are plus my charisma modifier. So, sorry. New character. What rules are this? Work. Open.
You're looking for?
I'm just adding things, and I'm not good at it in my head. I'm gonna speak while I'm doing this, which is probably gonna make it harder. 14. Blah. Great. 27 damage.
Great. The tree shatters and explodes,
Great.
showering Walker in a further flood of rotting sap. He's covered in dead snakes, extra dead snakes, dead now twice, rotting sap, and pieces of bark.
I'm very sad about these.
Is it gross or hurting him?
It's causing me quite some pain. I'm not going to lie. Oh, my beautiful. It's fine. It's fine. We need to go now. We've caused a lot of commotion here.
Great. You know now that things know where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. How do you want to deal with this? You hear movement in the jungle coming in your direction, like a large force is on its way to find you.
Ooh.
We've got to still get there. We can't really sneak anymore. Big fire blast and explosions.
I mean, we could still try. I mean, we don't have. I don't have any magic to help.
I could, and this is just an idea, I could definitely maybe cast a spell. There's only 3 of us, and catch up with you guys in a different form later on. Let's see. I could definitely use mirror image and see if it works. But like, you guys can get ahead, and I'm sure like if you guys can be quick about it, it might work out. I don't know. I haven't really tried it this way before.
Yeah, I guess we do need to just be quick about it. We should just get there first.
Do you guys want to try? So you're running out of time.
Cool.
They're going to be on you in a moment. Do you guys want to try to hide? Do you want to try to run? What do you want to do?
Let's.
Devren, if you hide, sorry, Devren. I should say this in character. Look, if you hide, I can make us both invisible. Not you. You've got that handled. But I can make 2 of us disappear. You become like a squirrel or something, and then I'm like them. This work.
Wait, that is perfect. We'll hide, and they will pass us, hopefully, and then we can just, I don't know, double around them and go to the thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, Gills, come here.
How did you?
I touch you,
Mother's the only
and I make you
person who calls me that.
I cast invisibility at a 3rd level, and then make us both invisible.
And I'm going to hide.
And Gwyn, you're turning into an animal?
Oh, no.
Is that what's happening? That was the plan, right?
That idea went out the window. Gwen's happy to hide. And would you say that we're resting in any sort of way during this time we're hiding?
No.
Okay, fantastic. I thought I'd bargain.
I understand. You can rest later, but right now there's an army coming in your direction, so you probably want to hide.
I'm gonna rest near the army. You know, it doesn't seem like a bad idea.
So, how are our stealth checks go? The DC is 13.
I rolled a 15.
Um,
And I'm good.
we're just invisible.
That gives you advantage on stealth checks.
Is that what it is? Oh. Well, there we are.
Invisible is more predator cloaking than it is true invisibility.
21.
13.
Both times.
Damn. 2? Wow. Cool. 15.
Great. And Gwen, I didn't hear yours.
13.
Great.
13.
So, what you guys see as you scatter and hide in the underbrush is a floating skull ringed in green flame with 2 glowing red eyes, leading a troop of horribly mutilated corpses that have been flesh crafted into ghouls. So they all have long, terrible claws, lolling tongues, and they're all clearly once slaves that have been killed and animated. The skull says, Duke Marhagora fears enemies in the forest. Find them. Search schools. And they sniff around, but you guys have managed to hide, right? And they don't notice you, and they're searching for you. Now, they're spreading out and trying to find you, but eventually they spread out past you. So you're able to go in deeper. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to cast Dancing Lights out past where we were, further into the forest in a different direction.
There is a sharp intake of anguished air. They don't need to breathe, but they still do by habit. And the flame skull, which is what this is, goes, there! Lights! Get them! And the army, there's probably 40 ghouls here. And each set of 5 ghouls has 1 flame skull. So there's also 8 ghouls, or 8 flame skulls, right? And they're converging on the location of the flaming lights, allowing you to sneak further in. Yeah? So, you enter a huge clearing. In this clearing, you see a ziggurat made of bone. And when I say bone, I mean bones. Thousands of corpses would be needed to make this 100-foot tall ziggurat. And at its apex, you see lounging a huge green dragon. Adult, if you had to guess. It is bored looking, even though it thinks that it must think that there are enemies on their way. It's lounging and waiting for its scouts to return. But you see in the distance a black energy dome wreathed in necrotic energy, which is inside a pit, a charnel pit, where bodies would be thrown when they are no longer useful. It is clearly a source of bodies they're using to animate. You have 3 options, as I see it. Immediately go and confront the dragon. Go and try to stop the ritual that is animating these corpses, or find somewhere to hide and rest.
We need to rest.
Yeah.
I believe I need to rest. I don't have much left inside of me.
Right there, though, and they're doing that thing. Yes, I mean, like, if we need to, we need to. I'm actually low on HP myself, so yeah, we could rest.
Sure.
Okay.
Good.
I mean, like, or we could. A short rest. I think Finn could be convinced to do a short rest. Obviously, not a long rest out in the jungle. But we're probably safe for about an hour.
Tactical decision, so I'll give it to you guys. You guys are going to take a short rest.
Great.
Yeah, sure.
The ghouls mostly stay out, but 2 groups of them return, and you see the flame skulls whispering into the ears. There is a definite aura of experimentation around these things. These aren't just undead; these are processed undead. Things were done to these bodies before they were animated. I like the note in the chat: short rest for short Finn.
Oh,
I just read that.
God.
Yeah.
Why?
Finn is canonically an inch taller than when he started this.
This is actually, yeah, you're right.
Technically, if he keeps on adventuring, he'll be like dwarf size in a couple campaigns.
So when you guys find a quiet place to rest, something beautiful happens. What is that beautiful thing?
Finn grows another inch. He's 4 feet.
No, this is a call out to Gwyn and their wonderful subclass ability.
I've made a grave error
What is it?
by falsely remembering the level in which that happens.
6th level, Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow.
Oh. Piece of paper in front of me says a different number. Yes, of course. Alrighty. Well, within the sphere that I cast, and it's a 30-foot radius sphere, imagine center point, total block cover. I'm gonna stop rambling. Y'all are good, and you also gain a +5 bonus on dexterity and wisdom check.
Whoa.
Perception checks, and specifically, and you are all light that you make is occluded in this wall of mist. So you are protected while you rest.
Whoa. Awesome.
And Gwen has a one-track mind today. He just wants to use his shiny thing.
It's okay. We got there. So you rest and hide, right? And the creatures continue combing the forest, but because of the little safe home that Gwyn has created, you're all occluded and hidden.
Nice.
Do any of you actually attempt to sleep during this? Like take a nap? Does Walker take a cat nap, for example?
Yeah, actually.
Great. You do not dream. Normally you would have something, but you wake up feeling rested, but almost a little empty, as though that piece of you that would dream was missing.
As if it was any other Tuesday. I love it. I love that.
The rest of you, we'll do an elided short rest version where you get all your hit points back, and then anything else that you get from your classes, sorcery points, spell slots, that kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, all right. So now the choice is a little more two-sided now, and we'll give this one to the chat, right? Chat, should they deal with the necromantic ritual or the dragon?
Oh.
You guys can talk.
Dead stuff.
I feel like if we mess with the dead stuff, the dragon is going to come down and kill us.
I feel like if we deal with the dragon, the dead stuff's gonna come and kill us.
A lot of things are going to come and kill us.
Here's the thing, if we do it right, if we're real sneaky about it, which means I wait until the last moment to fire another fireball.
Guys, we're level 6. We're running from the dragon no matter what.
So get rid of his army while we can.
Yeah.
I mean, listen,
he's
you weren't
an
there,
adult.
but I killed a god once, so...
Yeah, and you weren't there, but I'm best friends with the red dragon. So.
We could deal with... No, we couldn't.
Ritual.
All right, we got a lot of
Ritual. I don't F with dragons.
Yeah, look at that.
Great.
Very smart.
yes. Great.
Dungeons and Dragons, the two things you should avoid in this game. Thanks for the
100% true.
sub.
Someone
Appreciate
subbed?
that.
Wow.
Thanks, Evan.
Oh. Sup, Evan. Thanks for the sub.
Appreciate that.
I don't love you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you enter this little circle of gloomy light, sneaking, I imagine. Can I get further stealth checks? DC is 16.
Nice.
18.
I have nothing to hydrate with. Exactly 16. 12 plus 4. Thank God.
Great.
That is 25.
17.
Great. So all of them are 16 or above. Yeah, I was reading it.
Mm-hmm.
So you enter this ritual, and you see a vast boneyard, just discarded bodies, and a creature in the center of it. It was clearly once a Yuan-Ti, but is now clearly skeletal, and it's missing the lower half of its body. The lower half of its body is an oily, black, necrotic snake tail, and its hands are long and clawed. They're like, its nails and claws are like a foot long. And it is using and weaving and lifting up these bodies with one hand and manipulating them with the other, cutting them open, pulling out tongues, and making them into ghouls. And then dropping them into a cauldron of black energy from which they animate, they pull themselves up out and shamble out to join the rest of the ghoul army. You see a pile of skulls it has collected that are clearly to be made into further flame skulls as well.
Had a really great community.
At the correct moment, the only active thing within here will be this Yuan-Ti Bone Claw.
I say we wait and jump him.
Yes, I'm going to, while we're waiting, I'm going to cast both, because these are both, well, one is, I'm going to do Armor Bagathus again, and then Booming Blade, as well.
Booming Blade might make noise.
Oh, well, it makes noise when it happens. Oh, I'll cast it when it happens. That's dumb. I shouldn't do that. Blade Ward, that's what I meant. Blade Ward.
Great. That only lasts around.
Oh, well, never mind. I'll wait.
It's okay. So
New character, who dis?
You're fine. But okay, the armor back at this covers you again in a layer of ice, right?
Yeah.
So why don't you all roll initiative? The Bone Claw is going at line.
I've got a 14.
16.
14 for Euclid, 16 for Gwen,
11.
11 for Finn,
And 15.
and 15 for Wins Walker. All right. Gwen, what would you like to do?
Yes. Not to beat a dead horse, but I am going to repeat my previous actions given the nature of the beast and cast Moonbeam once more.
Great. All right. The beam of light that comes from the sky is distorted by this black energy field. It looks even more unearthly and awful. And again, every time you use your dream magic, you feel the presence deep within the jungle watching you. This time, you feel like a prey animal, like something hungry is watching you and can't wait to snap you up.
Also, gotta be the light in the darkness.
The creature is rolling its dex save with disadvantage because it wasn't expecting you, and it fails as it bursts in the back with your Sailor Moon attack, as Shinigami King puts it.
16.
16. The creature is at 111 hit points, and it looks at you, and it hisses. Its eyes glow with red fire, and its claws extend even further. All right, that brings us to Walker.
So I'm still hidden, so I'm going to run at it with my run at its blind spot, and sort of like, it's very anime, slash, you know.
Do your slash with a advantage, please. If my cat were next to me, she'd be doing that movement right now, but she knows better. Okay.
Wait. 20.
20?
Yeah, it's math. And then I get. I'm assuming a 20 hits. If it doesn't,
It does indeed.
it's like I'm gonna kill it. It'll be hard though. Also 20.
Great. So it's
And then can I use my bonus action to, because I'm assuming it didn't see me, so I can like hide afterwards, right?
Sure.
Perfect.
Not really. That doesn't really work that way because
Oh, really?
You're not gonna let that work. So do it.
I'll be doing it though.
Great. Make a stealth check.
That's not gonna find. It's only 13.
It sees you, and you do not hide, and you're right next to it.
Hey.
Yeah, it's not going to get to use its deadly reach ability because you did not enter its sight, or enter its area when it can see you. Great, Euclid.
Okay, I'm going to great. I have blade wards up, and that no, it's not. I'm just gonna do Eldritch Blast on it. So that's 2 attacks.
Great. What does it look like?
This time it looks like a it's sort of iridescent. It's sort of like shooting out of my hands again. It like my skin parts and out of it pours like mercury, like liquid metal that smashes against it. That's 2 strikes. They're both 14 and 17 plus 7, so it's probably going to hit. 2d10. Oh wow, literally the same thing again. I hope I still have that pulled up. Nope, it closed. I'll open a calculator on here. Sorry, I'm gonna just keep chatting. 22 damage from that alone. And then I'm going to run up to it and strike it with my rapier as well.
Great. So as you get within 10 feet of it, it turns, holds up its hand, and its claws shoot out. Its hand doesn't move, but its claws extend and impale you as you run towards it.
Cool.
Or at least they attempt to. What's your armor class?
It's just a 10.
So it gets you.
Yes, but it also takes 15 damage on top of that.
Indeed, it is resistant to cold, so it's going to take half. So it's going to take 7 and drop to 82 as its extremities freeze. But you are impaled in its awful claws for 20 damage.
Okay, cool. So that's only 5.
It's going to pull you in, and you are brought right next to it, still impaled and grappled in its claw.
Great. So I still have my action, so I'm going to strike it with my rapier.
Perfect.
That was a nat 20.
Great.
Rapier's D8, correct?
Correct. So you're going to roll 2d8 plus your dex as you stab it in its eye hole, as using the force that of it bringing it in. You hold out your rapier and it stabs the eye hole. If it were a living creature, it would be dead. As it is, you're merely disrupting some of its negative aspects.
12 plus, sorry, my dex, which is 0, just 12.
Great. And you are at, it is at 70. All right, Finn.
All right. Well, I can't safely cast Fireball, so Firebolt.
Great.
You had that one?
Yeah, I can definitely hit that one because that's a 12 plus 7, 19.
Great.
There's no D10.
Bolt of Flame out 2d10.
There's a lot of motorcycles in my neighborhood. Anyways, that's 17 damage.
Cool.
Fire damage.
Add your elemental affinity to that.
Yes. Yes.
Great.
It was
So
a 6, a 7 plus 4.
Great. So 17 brings it to 53. The creature looks at you now. It can't decide who it hates more, the warlock in its grasp, the druid burning it with radiant moonlight, or the person that just burned it.
And I say, you should go for me, you dumb snake. And then I do the thing where I can bonus action cast a cantrip.
Great.
That is another 19 to hit. and that is minimum damage of 6.
Yeah.
2 1s. And a
Great.
Scratch the paint on his body.
Yeah, but you know,
You burn his necrotic, oily tail, and it smells of burning tar. All right. So it is going to do 2 things. The first is it's going to spin Euclid in its grasp, hold him over, and attempt to hold him over its cauldron. I need you to make an athletics check.
Okay.
It's getting a 17.
Oh, Jesus. This is not going to happen. Nope, doesn't. That was a 7.
Great. It's going to then retract its claws all at once, attempting to drop you into the necrotic goop. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Well, it's better. Still not good. It's not good for me. John, this isn't good for me. I think maybe tomorrow would be fine. That's a 12.
Great. So you fall into the goop. You're taking 3d10 necrotic damage,
Cool.
and you are trapped in the goop. It is clawing up all over you. It is going into your pores. It is seeding into you, and if you're not out soon, you will be turned into a ghoul.
What's
15 damage.
just 15? All right.
3d10.
Yeah. I'm fine.
That's actually almost exactly average.
Yeah.
Then it's going to use its other claw and fling it like this, and the nails are going to stretch all the way to Finn and attempt to impale him. Finn, what's your armor class?
like 17. Try it, buddy.
It's going to get a 16 plus 8, 24,
It tried.
and it is going to impale you for 20 piercing damage, and then pull you in right next to it.
Fuck you too.
Bone claws. Great. Yes, that's its turn. Actually, it's going to use a bonus action, and it's going to dunk its head into the black goo and heal itself for 10. It's at 57.
How many actions does this boy have? Anyway.
2 attacks, 1 claw, 2 claws, and then a bonus action to heal.
Oh, I didn't realize it was an attack. I could have given disadvantage. It's not a really attack. It doesn't matter. Okay.
That was it was using its claw thing.
Okay.
So, Gwyn.
So I'm going to use my ability to zoom up and fly, and I am going to then use my bonus action for Shillelagh.
Great. So, so you're running at it?
I'm flying at it.
Great. It's going to, it has a reaction anytime anything enters its radius. It's going to shoot claws at you.
Okay.
It's going to get a 16 to hit.
Does not hit.
Great. So it just barely misses you as you summon forth your magical shillelagh and attempt to smack it in the face.
Yeah, let's smack it in the face.
Armor class 16.
Okay. We're good. 12.
Great. Great. That, so wait, 12 to hit?
Oh, no, it hit, but the damage was also 12.
Damage was 12. All right,
It was pretty low.
45 remaining points as your shillelagh smacks into its skull, knocking Snake Teeth to the ground. All right, Walker.
I'm going to see if I can't chop off the fingers that are holding my friend Finn.
You can do that. It's a grapple. Basically, what you do is spend your action making an acrobatics check is the rule to get it off. I'll let you make an attack roll instead in this case. It won't harm the creature, but it would release Finn.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Great. So, make an attack roll, DC, where is it? 14.
17.
It's great. So you go to slice the fingers off, and instead of letting you hit it, it just retracts its hand all the way.
It's ugly.
Great. Great. So that brings us to Euclid.
Great. I have a quick question. Hypnotic pattern, does it affect everyone in that group, or just... It says creature.
Sure that it affects all creatures in the area.
Cool.
I've always used all creatures for that.
Which would be my friends as well, which is not useful to me. That'll change when we change levels. Great.
That's each creature in the area.
Wonderful. Great. I'm just going to cast... I'm going to use Radiant Soul. My eyes... this isn't a cast. This is just something... This is a racial ability. My eyes extrude white light, and my wings... Actually, like, wings coalesce from behind me and push out of the pot above me, and I begin to raise into the air. As I wing my way out of the pot, do I have to roll for that, or is that going to happen?
No. You're able to fly right out. You're using you're a protector, Aguilar?
Yes, I am.
Great. You have a flying speed of 30 feet. You can just, it takes your action to do this, but you get out of the pot.
Cool. Wait, do I have I have a bonus action, don't I? I can cast a cantrip on my bonus action, because that's not technically magic, correct?
Correct. You have a cantrip that's a bonus action.
Cool. Whoop. That's an action, isn't it?
Yeah.
Boo. Alright. Well, Eldritch Blast is... Nah, fuck it. Doesn't matter. Okay.
It is an action. If you wanted to get out of the pot, you couldn't use Eldritch Blast.
Okay, I'm out of the pot.
Great, but you're flying in the air.
Yep.
Lovely. That brings us to Finn.
Alright, then, since I'm already close to it, and Walker and Summer just freed me, then I'm going to swipe with my claws.
Great.
And that is a math 20 to hit.
Lovely, that hits.
22 damage.
22 damage. It's at 23. It's beginning to fall apart. The magical energy keeping it together is beginning to distend and crack.
I used my last sorcery points to do the thing again, and that is a natural 20, so 27 to hit.
So this time your claw goes right into its face. You catch its jaw and begin to rend it down as you're going to rip it from its skull. Let's see if you do.
22, 25, 31.
31? Great. You tear the creature's jaw out of its face. It falls apart. And once its necrotic energy is gone, it's literally just the upper torso of a Yonti Malison, which is basically a human body with a large snake skull. It clatters to the ground.
That was gross.
That was,
Euclid, you okay?
I flick my wings and, like, necrotic garbage just flies off of me. I'm fine, thank you.
Alright. Hey, how long can you fly for?
Actually, let me check. I honestly can't remember. How long can I fly?
A minute. Right?
1 minute.
Is it just 1 minute?
Yes.
Okay. Fine.
It's really great. It does your level in damage. You do an extra your level in damage at once per turn.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Well,
But while you can fly, do you want to like look up and see if there's still like zombie armies walking around, or
Sure, I can check out.
you know, if we've stopped them?
Sure. I will cast invisibility on myself because I still have another spell to cast. And then I'll fly on up through. I'm guessing the ziggurat has like a little hole.
Look through, and you see the ghoul army is still extant, and it's very clear why. The ritual is still ongoing. You have not broken the magic here. You could, but that will alert the dragon.
Ooh.
Right?
It is.
So you're still surrounded by all of the magic that's animating this army of ghouls and flame skulls. There's like pentagrams and little burning bits. You could undo this magic, or you could scavenge for usable weapons to use against the dragon. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And hope to subvert or get around the army.
Great. So we defeated like his great. I fly down. I flap down. My wings retract into my body and sort of disappear.
What do your wings look like?
They are multicolored. They are.
It's pretty.
Yeah, truly like hyper-colored wings, essentially. Like it's a bunch of bright, very strange colors.
Like we're talking neon or like
Pastel?
pastel.
There.
All right.
Okay.
I like how I have this for image reference for here.
I love those colors for you, Z.
Yeah, thank you. Maybe I'll dye my hair that color for if this character doesn't just disappear.
You coward. Everyone spend all of your bits.
Someone spend all your bits and I'll do it. Spend all of them right now. I'm gonna kill the fight music. Look, we have a choice to make. We could either fight them here now. We could destroy this light. We could destroy this magic. We could break the sigils, but the dragon will know. And there's nothing we could do about it.
I mean, the dragon doesn't know. The dragon. Oh, I hate that it's a dragon. Is there anything here that we could use against the dragon?
There's a few, maybe. I don't know. But I think there might be. You could search through the castle, ziggurat, which I don't ever trust a fucking ziggurat.
I understand that.
But
yeah,
there might be weapons there.
I say we search.
I'm down for going through other people's stuff.
Yeah, let's
Especially
snoop.
the dead.
I'm gonna gently remind everyone that we kind of came here to stop the ritual, and you guys don't know. I know a second powerful spell that might have spell in the name of it and could very quickly just solve this problem.
You don't need to use your spell slot. This is breakable with force.
Oh, cool,
well,
great. I'll hold on to my third level spell
I think
slot.
this is our final audience decision for the night, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys have made your cases. Audience, should they undo the ritual, destroy the undead army but alert the dragon, or keep the ritual going to cover their tracks for the time being? So, undo the ritual or keep it going, chat?
Let's keep it going. Eggs, bacon, grits.
Make a choice. Here we go. We're doing a little dance. Everybody's here? We're getting this energy up. Alright, right before we end.
Alert the dragons.
Alert
Just
the
let 'em
dragons. Death to the dragon. Who are you guys?
I can claim.
Break ritual. Don't alert the dragon. We're at 3 and 2 right now. It's very
Ooh.
exciting.
What do we got?
We'll see if anything else comes up. We'll give them a couple more seconds.
Look at the
Alert.
dragons.
Oh.
Keep going. Oh god.
We're at 4 and 3. Going once. Going twice. Sold to the Break the Ritual crowd.
Right.
Now, we're going to explore the region and see what there is to get, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you find, you're going to make investigation checks for me, or Arcana checks to see what you find.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Wait, did they vote for break the ritual or search for stuff?
You can search for stuff regardless,
Oh, sick.
right? You can search for stuff regardless. The question is, do you destroy the ritual, killing the undead but alerting the dragon? Or, you have a second to search for stuff. Actually, if you wanted, you might even be able to rest in here, but it doesn't make sense. No, we shouldn't do that.
Why not?
No.
Well, okay. Right. Just kill my character again. Just kill him right now.
We got a 17 minus 2, 15, which is maybe my best intelligence roll for the entire season.
I need to know what the highest investigation or Arcana
Oh,
was.
great, because I was 6.
I got 21.
Well, that's it.
21?
Yes.
Oh, bad.
So,
Fine.
I was.
you find 3 things. The first is a scroll of Finger of Death.
What?
Wow, mages in the party are loving this, huh?
Well, none of us are wizards, so none of us can write it down and keep it forever. But still,
There is a invocation that allows me to write down spells.
The second
Oh, honey, there is.
a Troll of Blight. The third is a Rod of the Pact Keeper with a skull atop it.
Ooh. Is that for me?
Well, it's not for me. All right. What's the rarity on it, John?
1 + 1.
Okay.
Which is, I think, uncommon.
Yeah.
So,
Child.
you are, we'll say, in the time that you surge, it becomes apparent that nobody else is coming in here. You're going to get the benefits of a short rest, which you can do between sessions, and we'll begin the next session with facing Duke Marhargora.
Yeah. Woo!
I just want to say, to disrupt the ritual, Finn does that thing where you like move forward by like scooting your finger or your feet really close. You just like shuffle, and he just like shuffles over all of the satanic salt. So mix it up. And that's how he gets
The
rid of it.
salt is disrupted. The necrotic oil ceases bubbling. The black dome of energy collapses, as do all of the ghouls and the flame skulls. And you hear a "Who? What did this? Who? Interlopers," the adult green dragon says, and begins to flap in your direction.
Oh, no.
And that's where we will end. Just you guys, if you want to prepare, it's going to take him 2 rounds to get to you, which means you'll have time to do a little bit of preparation. You can spend all week thinking about it if you like.
Like, cry?
Sorry?
It's like,
You can cry for exactly 12 seconds, and then we need you to help kill.
Hi guys, it's me, Carter, or Finnegan, or Editor. Whatever you want to call me. First off, I want to thank you on behalf of the whole DD&D team. It means a lot to us that you're watching our content on YouTube. It's super cool. So please be sure to like and subscribe and ring the bell and all the other YouTube stuff that you're supposed to do. Second off, I do want to say, if you enjoyed this episode and you found yourself being like, oh man, that was cool, but I sure wish I could have been a part of that conversation and helped decide where the party should go, you can. You can watch us for free on Twitch every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We are simultaneously on the twitch.tv/Dice Drinks and Drama channel and the twitch.tv/D&D channel. Wizards of the Coast is hosting us. It's awesome. So those links are down below, along with a whole bunch of other cool stuff that everyone on the team is making. Vic's got a module. Devren's got a podcast. I may have something eventually, and I'll put it down here, along with our Patreon. It's super cool. There's a couple tiers, lots of exclusive content, and yeah. That's it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.